What's good YouTube? This is Jason Donner. Welcome to Lace Life, and this is my sneaker collection. Hope everybody is having a blessed day. Before I show you guys most of my collection, I gotta give a huge shout out to Mike, aka The Sneaker Life. This is a new series on his channel in which once a week he is featuring a YouTuber who has a sneaker collection. He's posting them up on his channel. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name again is Jason Donner, and that is actually what you can find me on YouTube. Links below to my channel so you guys can subscribe if you like the content. My channel is a good mix between sneakers, lifestyle, apparel pickups, vlogging, all of that. So if you guys are into that and you guys want to see more, definitely head over to my channel, subscribe, and check out some of my videos. So for today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the majority of my collection. I do have shoes that are in storage. I have shoes that I keep out away so that I do not have everything here. But without further ado, let's get into it. I will do this in sections. The first section being Adidas, and then I will get onto my LeBrons, basketballs, Jordans, etc, etc. I'm a huge Ultra Boost fan. I pick up these all the time. One of my favorite shoes. It is the most comfortable, and I have a ton of colorways. The first colorway to release of this shoe was All-Star Weekend 2015 in this original core black and the Concord purple hit in the back. The collegiate navies in the 1.0, not the Continental sole. Another shoe that before the Ultra Boost hype hit, I was able to grab most of these on discount. The wool gray, and speaking of discount, I was able to grab this one for $100 on eBay. Shout out to Hez Kicks. He actually picked these up for me at the employee store, and this is the solar red colorway. Another color that's really sought after now that it seems like a lot of people did not like at first. Very, very bright. Almost would look better with black laces. I have just not switched them out. I'll flash a picture on the screen so you guys can see what the 3M hits look like on this shoe, but this is the Ultra Boost in the 3M with the Continental sole. A shoe I missed out at first when they sold out and was able to catch a restock on these on Christmas Eve. Probably the most sought after one, the one that I get the most questions on, and this is the olive colorway. I did a lot of research to try to find this shoe as it was an exclusive to Europe only and overseas. There's a few different Facebook groups, and I was actually able to find a seller on there who gave me a super good deal on these. Best of luck finding these now as prices have kind of skyrocketed, and hopefully in 2017 we see a colorway similar to this. The mystery gray colorway, another great one. At first this shoe was looked at as it was only a friends and family. I believe Virgil and a few other guys on Instagram had posted that. Right around the holidays we started seeing them release, and then I believe a more global release happened in March, April of this year. Very lucky to double up on these. And the final two that I own is the core black, the version from 2015 with the 1.0 sole on there, and then your 2016 core black pair that it has the gradient effect to it. Regardless, to me, I think looks still very nice. The reflection on these is insane. This is the Adidas ZX Flex Xeno. I'll actually show a picture right here that what it looks like even more with a flash. And don't worry, not ending there. We'll get to the ones everybody was assuming, the Yeezys. The only 750 that I own in this black colorway. Very, very lucky to pick these up for retail. And then for the 350s, I got the Turtle Doves 2015 Pirate Black and your 2016 Pirate Black. It's very hard to see, the only differences being the 2016, the 2.0s that is over here on this side that I'm shaking. They have a little more padding in the back. It's very hard to see, but it is true. The 2016 version is the one that I do wear. The only reason I've left the 2015 version dead stock is just in case I do miss out on a colorway in the future, I'll have something as trade bait. I was very lucky to double up on the 2016 version of the Pirate Black. I found a seller again on a Facebook group in which he was able to do a straight trade with me. I gave him a pair of my Pirate Blacks and he sent me out a dead stock pair of the Moonrocks. The only 350 that I don't have and I currently do not want is the tan colorway. I just personally am not a big fan of it. So now let's go ahead and move on to my Jordan collection. I'll run through the models in chronological order. Starting it off, we got the 2015 version of the Chicago 1s. Classic silhouette. One of the better quality Jordan 1s from last year. This came from Nike Town, Chicago. Actually was lucky enough to get these for retail from a raffle It was my sister who won it, but it was still nice to finally get a pair at retail. This is the Jordan 1 Mellow. It is the high, and the only reason I have the laces out is because I was doing a lace swap, trying to get them out with the wax laces. Unfortunately, they were too small. The metallic joints in the navy colorway. This was a no-brainer that I was gonna pick these up. Under retail on release day made it that much nicer. Bread ones. We're gonna be seeing the mastered version of these, the banned ones, releasing later this year. I will definitely be going for those because this shoe could release every single year and I would still pick it up. This is the Air Jordan 1 NYC, smoky dark outsoled tint. I wear these all the time and it's really hard to see that they have started to change colors because the darker they get, the better they look. The sail red, gym red, however you wanna call it. This was a Euro release only. It got scrapped from releasing in the United States. One of my buddies looked out for me on a double up that he was able to get over in Europe. The materials on it is top notch and just a shoe that I want to hold on to for a very long time. That's suede though. Woo! Then the very last two ones I have, you got your black and white ones. This was actually a custom I got done, my only custom I've ever done. I got the laser ones for $100. A fellow YouTuber to do a custom for me, and these turned out so nice. If anybody wants to know any info about that, definitely let me know down in the comments below and I'll let you guys know who it was who did it. My most recent Jordan pickup, this is the Jordan 2 K54. As I was told, I was pronouncing it wrong, but I got really lucky on sneakers and stuff with this release and I had just put up the review. So depending on when this goes up, you guys probably can head back to my channel and see it was one of my more recent uploads. Pretty much the staple to anybody's collection, black cement 3s, and the one that had pretty bad quality, but I could not pass up that colorway. This is the royal blue, sport blue 3s. And for the 4s, you got your bread 4s, playoff 4s, definitely my favorite 4 by far. Also from this year's All-Star Weekend release, you got your Nike Air white cement 4s. Apologize on the lighting, guys. It started storming over here, so I had to turn on the lights to finish up this section. But you got your black infrared 6s that released a couple years ago. The only 7 in my collection. I actually was lucky enough to get these from the employee store at Nike in Beaverton. One of my buddies was able to pick them up for me and I got them for half off. Again, not a huge fan of the 7s, but this colorway just really does it for me. If the scene looks different, I apologize. It was rainy when I was recording this, so I waited till the next day so I could get the best light. I use this as my excuse to be a hype beast for Drake, but we do share the same birthday, 10/24, so any excuse I can to try to feed to the addiction of picking up anything that's OVO related, I always use it. So the only two 10s I have, the OVOs in the white and the OVOs in the black. Really hope I'm lucky enough to pick up the 12s that are gonna be releasing later on this year. I'm sure a lot of people would disagree, but I am not a huge fan of the 11s. There's very few colorways that I do like. The bread colorway, the Space Jams, the cool grays are all great. And the most recent 11 to release definitely keeps growing on me, but this is the 72 and 10s. And finally, the Flu Game 12s. I really hope the playoffs release, we get a mastered pair, something like that, because I have been looking forward to that pair for so long. When they did release, I had just graduated college and I was saving money for my apartment and I just started a new job, so shoes were the last thing on my mind. 2 categories to go. I'm gonna show some of the random ones and then I will finish it off with the LeBron collection. This was the very first pair of SBs that I ever grabbed, and this is the Brooklyn Projects or the Walk of Fames. I just absolutely love that color. And my second favorite SB low by far is the Beijing China lows. I can't remember the actual name of them. Gold swoosh with the red outline, and can't go wrong with that gold on the back. From the No Chill pack in the cherry or just the pure red colorway, Grid SD 9000. Materials, top notch. And as a lot of you guys know, I'm actually a huge Pusha T fan, so it should come as no surprise that I have a few of his collaborations. I was not lucky enough to get the all white pair when they release on Adidas, and we all know how the prices are on those, but I was able to grab these for retail. I know a ton of people do not like these shoes. The nostalgia of Pusha T, what it means, everything about this, the black market, it just means a lot to me. And the other Saucony that I do own, this is actually from Pusha T's store in Virginia. Saucony did a collaboration with his store Play Clothes, and that's actually the logo right there. So if anybody actually checks out Play Clothes, you'll see that that is owned, ran by Pusha T. Those cuts that make the stars, top notch as always. And last and certainly not least, this holds a special place in my collection. I will show most of my LeBrons that I do own. So let's go ahead and get into the LeBrons. Starting with the Air Zoom generation, this is the shoe that he wore during his rookie season. Shoe production on this was 2004, so it is amazing to believe that this shoe is 12 years old, completely intact, as I have wore these to a sneaker event. LeBron 2 in the All-Star colorway. Really love the LJ23 logo and the small crown. This is actually the LeBron 3 low. It's just the attention to detail on the older LeBrons that just mean a lot. Padding is insane on these. If you guys have seen this thumbnail right now, I know you guys saw my collection on Crew Kicks, because this is exactly how I held them up when they took the thumbnail. You got the LeBron 4 China, which are individually numbered, which is pretty dope. And if you guys can see the bag back there, you should know what that is. The Hardware Classics, or the LeBron 4 Birthdays. 1984 on the tongue for the year LeBron was born, and the birthday cake with the candles inside. The only 6 that I own is actually the LeBron 6 MVP. LeBron's back-to-back MVPs were in the 6 and 7 model, and then his back-to-back MVPs in the 9 and 10 model. You can see it's like a translucent outsole. It's a little more milky, speckles in the bottom. LeBron is from the city of Akron. Most of the time they're PEs now. The Tuxedo 7's another very wearable shoe. Definitely 2 of my prized possessions in my collections. The Air Max LeBron 7 MVP. And then you have the postseason LeBron 7 MVP that did not release, both of which should have very similar characteristics, but as you clearly can see, they are different. The Air Max bottom, the Zoom bottom. Of all of them, I'm sure these will definitely probably be 2 of the ones that you guys like to see the most. I have a ton of 8s in my collection, as it's one of my favorite models as well, but the 2 that stand out the most for me is definitely the LeBron 8 low in the Sprite colorway, and my favorite LeBron of all time. This is the LeBron 8 All-Star from Los Angeles. I'm a huge Miami Hurricanes fan, so it should come as no surprise when you see this colorway. I do not have the sample that actually has the U up here on the tongue. This is actually the one that released at certain House of Hoops. And this might be my favorite colorway of any LeBron, not my favorite shoe, but the Swingman Griffies. This is another shoe that I missed on release day. It took me some time to finally acquire, but once I did, it definitely made it worth it. And the one shoe I definitely regret not making Nike IDs on, the LeBron 10 Elite, and this is in the Crimson colorway. I had the LeBron 10 Champ Pack highs at one point, but they were too small, and I actually traded them for those MVPs. Truly one of my favorite models, the LeBron 11, and this is in the Gumbo All-Star Weekend colorway from New Orleans. If I have a picture, I will show you guys a picture of how bright these actually get. This is all glow material, and it is insane. The LeBron 11 Black History Month, another shoe that really holds value to me. Another shoe that holds a lot of meaning to me just because it was one of the first What The shoes that actually featured different colors from different models, and not just the same colorways on the same model. The LeBron 11 low in that black gum colorway, the Watch the Throne laces, and I had a Nike ID gold that I put on there. And like I said, I am just not a fan of the new LeBrons coming out. These are a few of the pairs that Champs has sent out to me. Your LeBron 13 in the USA colorway, and the LeBron 10 Soldiers, the shoe he wore during the championship this year. Rounding up the last 3, this is a Think Pink. You can see the breast cancer awareness. They are not Nikes, but they are LeBron themed. This is the T-Mac. The model itself is not that great, but I just love that it has to do with the shoe that he actually wore in high school. Arguably, this could be my favorite shoe in my collection too. My 2 favorite basketball players of all time are Allen Iverson and LeBron James. I bought them on release day and split the pack with one of my buddies who is a Kobe fan. This is like the St. Vincent St. Mary, and also for those of you who are big Iverson fans know he went to Bethel High School, so this is where this comes from. Very lucky to have this in my collection. So that's gonna wrap it up for today, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed my collection. Once again, a huge thank you to Mike over at Sneaker Life for giving me the opportunity to do this. If you guys did not know, this is the new series that he's doing where he's featuring a YouTuber to show their collection, Lace Life. So if this is, again, the first time you guys have seen me, I really would appreciate it if you guys would go to my channel and subscribe. Like I said, I will be bringing videos 2 to 3 times a week. Make sure you guys smash the thumbs up for this video. Tell Mike how you guys feel about the series he's doing. As I always wrap it up on my channel, until next time, guys, I will talk to you soon. Peace.